Howdy. I feel like a talk show host right now with this. Hello, friends. Welcome to my backyard. So, before the vlog begins, I wanted to just chat and explain, share what the Montana era is, what to expect from this vlog, and just some backstory because everything's better with a little bit of a little bit of context, in my opinion. I like context. I wrote down some talking points so I stay laser focused. So, the first thing I wanted to talk about was what is the Montana era and how it began, how it started, how we got here, all the fun stuff. The Montana era. This is going to be a 5-month journey that I will be spending in Montana as a Wrangler. This has been a dream of mine for a long time. I have had a love and a passion for horses ever since I was young, but I didn't get into it as quickly as I wished I did. But now looking at my journey, I'm just very happy with how everything worked out. And so I really wanted to share and document this time in Montana because I just have an intuitive feeling that it's going to be not only amazing, but also transformative and not only Montana era, but just a new era in my life. This ranch is a dude ranch, so I will be interacting with guests. I'm a Wrangler, so I will be mostly with the horses, guiding people on trails, exploring, and just having a fabulous summer. Why and how did this Montana era come to be? I committed to following my aliveness back in September of 2025. I felt stagnant and I felt like there was something more. So I don't think I knew it at the time, to be honest, but now I am aware of this commitment. But I committed to following my aliveness no matter what. I booked a trip to Hawaii and I lived on a horse farm for two months. And it was amazing, very transformative, and it just kicked off this journey of horses and travel and mixing the two. So after Hawaii, I knew that I wanted to work with horses more, and it was in Hawaii where the vision and the dream of being a wrangler working on a ranch in Montana was born. I didn't think it was going to ever happen, and that's Hawaii is where I felt this pull, this aliveness, this excitement for working with horses, being really close with nature. What more could you ask for? I'm getting off track here. It's hot. I did not expect it to be this hot today. I like it though. So it started by following my aliveness in Hawaii. Then it just kept going. I then volunteered at a polo club in Italy with horses as well. And there is when I started doing more horse tours, going through the mountains and things with guests and stuff. And I was assisting that. And after that trip, I came home and I'm like, I'm committing to getting paid to do cool shit, basically. I just had this intuition to apply to ranches in Montana, Wyoming, and the one that I'm going to, it just was a match, and here we are. One more thing that I want to mention is when I committed to following my aliveness, and that aliveness was horses and travel. I got back from Hawaii and I went to my local gym that I have been going to for years. I used to work there, I used to be a personal trainer, and one of my old colleagues was there and we stay in touch. And he was asking me about Hawaii because he follows my journey and he knew I was in Hawaii. And I told him about it. I told him about how great it was to be around horses and taking care of them and being with the land. And he mentioned to me, he was like, I didn't know that you were a horse girl. I didn't know that you liked horses. And I was like, I've always loved horses. I just never really followed that dream because I didn't think it was possible. And he was like, I have a girlfriend that just bought a barn. She is a horse girl. She's been in the horse world for a really long time. And I could give you her contact. Maybe you guys could do a swap. You help her out the barn. She gives you lessons. This was so divinely orchestrated because it was at this barn that I got to learn and deepen my capacity for riding, for being around horses, for taking care of them. And if I didn't have that barn, I don't know if I would be going to this ranch in Montana because it gave me the confidence and just the knowledge to be able to be a wrangler in Montana. So I'm so committed to this because the universe keeps bringing me things that align with it and it just feels easy in that sense. So later on in this vlog, you will see me going to the barn. I will show you some of my rides and some fun transitions from English riding to Western. What else do we have on here? What is my intention with this vlog? My intention is to be so authentically myself, to show you the journey, not only helping hopefully you learn something, but me learn about myself and this journey and see where it takes me, and to show how following your aliveness is the compass and what happens when you follow it, where it takes you, and the doors that open up when you do follow what brings you alive, what brings you joy. And if you just follow that, you will live the life of your dreams, and the universe will move with you as you commit to living your life to the fullest and living the life that you want to live. So that's my intention for this. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm so excited. It kind of masks the part of me that's scared, but there's always gonna be a part of us that's a little scared, especially when we're stepping into this new and different version of ourselves. And so here we are. This is just beginning, my friends. I am so excited to take you along on this journey. But if you have any questions, if you want to connect, I'm here, and enjoy the rest of the vlog. Howdy. I gotta work on that. All right, y'all. I'm on my way to the barn for one of my last riding sessions. I think I have 2 or 3 more after the one today. I have been mostly riding English. In Montana, I will be riding Western style, which is honestly my preferred, but I haven't ridden Western in a really long time. I used to ride Western really young, and so I'll be riding Western today, and hopefully the rest of the time I'll be riding Western until I go to Montana. This is just getting me ready for Montana, ready for being a Wrangler so I'm comfortable in the saddle and all that. Hopefully I'll get some shots today. Let's go.
All right, try to put your reins in one hand.
What?
Put your reins in one hand. There you go. Good. Now one rein. There you go. With the whip. Good. There you go. All right, and walk. There you go. That was really good.
What a stud. Just got back from, not just got back, I'm leaving my ride right now, leaving the barn. And in Western, if you know the difference between Western and English, Western, they use neck reins. They only have one hand holding the reins. And in English, you have both hands on the reins. And so today, my trainer, Haley, knows that I'm going to Montana. She doesn't have Western reins, but she was like, let's practice with the Western style and put your reins in one hand, which I love because it's just less to think about. We tried to do it without the crop whip, use that in English, but he wasn't really going much because he was a little tired. So we got the whip, which you don't have in Western. And so she's like, hold the reins in one hand, and I have the whip in one hand and the reins in the other hand, and it just looks fucking ridiculous. And I'm laughing watching the video because she's like, Hannah, put the whip in the other hand. It was just hilarious. I feel like I was meant to be a Western rider. So being able to ride in a Western saddle and with the one reins and just feeling more free with it, it was a lot of fun. And I'm just so grateful to my trainer because she's fucking awesome and has fun with it. So that's it. All right, guys, time to pack. Usually my most dreaded time before a trip. But this is different. One, because I got a lot of cute new clothes to fit Hannah Montana Wrangler. 2, I'm gonna try them on for you and make this packing experience fun. Before I try on, I'll probably try on 2 to 3 outfits for you, but I just wanna show you some like little things. Okay, I think my favorite are my new Ariat Western work boots. Hopefully you can see this nice on here. These are the first thing I bought when I got the job. I love cowboy boots. I have a pair, but they're a little bit more for style than working. So they have a steel toe. The bottom is just very durable and they still look cute, but I can work in them. I can ride in them all day. I can do whatever I need to do on the ranch. And I'm really excited. I haven't worn these yet because I'm saving them for when I get there. Love. Some work gloves. I don't know if you care about that, but I got these off Amazon, and then my dad is so sweet. He knew, I tell him everything, and he knew I was looking for gloves because I was asking for his opinion, and he bought me 4 pairs of gloves. They're really nice, so I'm excited about that. And then just to add a little flair to each outfit, I got bandanas. I got red, black, and white. Let's try some stuff on. And the bandana, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I just wanted to show you a little pop of color. I'll probably put it like around my neck, you know. But anyway. Howdy. Okay, last one, just a regular t-shirt, but I love it. I want to show you is this necklace. I wanted an everyday necklace that I could wear, and just so happens I am a Taurus, so this just worked out perfectly. And then the hat. So if you know anything about traveling with a cowboy hat, you cannot put it in a bag because I'm flying there, and you can't put it in a bag. So I'm wearing this bad boy in the airport, and I'm fully prepared to have people looking at me funny, but it's all for the experience, baby. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed the fashion show. I wanted to share a story with you guys because I had a realization while I was doing the fashion show, and I just feel called to share it because it's pretty big. So there's a story behind the last shirt that I showed you guys. This is actually my ex-boyfriend's shirt that I stole 2 years ago, maybe a little bit more than 2 years ago. I remember the exact day that I put this on, and I was with my ex. He was a cowboy. He owned a ranch, and we were in Texas, and it was the morning after we went to a rodeo. And I remember just this feeling of this desire to ride horses and for the lifestyle of just the lifestyle. And at this time, I was not actively riding horses. I had no horses in my life, and I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. And I was sitting at a coffee shop, and I remember looking up places where I could learn to ride, and this dream just felt so far away from me. And now, being where I am today, the opportunities that I have, and just how closely I've been with horses and how much I've learned, to think back on that day just gives me chills. And it's only fitting that I bring this with me to Montana. By the way, I didn't steal it. He said I could have it, but still. So anyway, end of story time. I'm gonna pack. Good morning. Being blinded by the sun. Just some morning thoughts I wanted to share with my vlog friends. I just remembered I have to take out my beloved septum ring. When I got the job, my manager was telling me the dress code and Western clothing. It's not super strict, just Western clothing, and no big face piercings. He said nose ring is fine, or nose stud is fine, but no septum rings. And I was like, oh shoot. He didn't know that I had one. He was just saying, maybe he did, because maybe he did know. I don't know. Anyway, it has to go. So I'm gonna take that out in the next couple days. I'm trying to keep it in for as long as I can, but I also don't want to forget. And another thing, the ranch team reached out, emailed me the other day, a really nice email. They seem really organized. And I was just thinking to myself, I don't actually know much. All of this is very unknown. I don't know anyone I'm working with. I don't know any of the staff. And the email was just saying the cook is gonna expect everyone for dinner, and so it's just gonna be so interesting to sit down at a table with 20 new people at a brand new place. And you don't think about those things months, weeks in advance, but when it gets this close, you're like, I'm so curious on who I'm gonna be working with, what the vibe's gonna be. There's a little bit of nerves there because you don't know. And it reminds me of Hawaii and Italy because same thing, I didn't really know them that well. I was going into it a little bit blind, but there wasn't as many people that I'm meeting. Anyway, it's just crazy the surrender that goes into it. So anyway, those are my thoughts. Getting closer and taking my nose ring out. So anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Morning. All right, guys. I wanted to give y'all an update because I don't think I talked about this yet. My dad, he is going on his own amazing new adventure as well. He just bought a hiker trailer and he is traveling in it, road tripping to Utah, and then Utah down to Montana and gonna visit me. And it's so exciting because he's been talking about this hiker trailer for a long time. He loves camping and he's finally doing something for himself, and I just think it's so cool. So we're sending him off today. He's leaving, this is Saturday, May 9th. I'm leaving May 15th, and he should be at the ranch by like May 20th something. So good luck, Dad. We love you. All right, Dad.
See you later.
The adventure begins. I wanted to say one more thing about my dad going on this amazing trip. This is what this channel is about. It is about following your aliveness. I know I've said this a million times, but seeing my dad have this vision and seeing where our family has been, the challenges we've endured, and seeing him have the courage to follow his joy and letting that be the compass, seeing that in someone else, especially someone that's so close to me, is just such a precious gift. And I could cry thinking about it because he deserves to live his dreams like everybody does. And so that's why I'm so passionate about this, because you can really see the life come back in someone's eyes when they let aliveness be the compass. And this is what this channel is about. This is what I hope to inspire others and to always inspire myself. And so we love you, Dad. You're gonna fucking crush it. I'll see you in Montana.